Okay, this is the rifle that I shoot for 3-gun matches. As you can see, I've got a 4x32 Trijicon ACOG on it that is about to be replaced with a Leupold Mark IV CQBSS 1-to-8 power scope. So to give you an idea, I'm kind of trading a lot of bulk and weight for the ability to have a optic that goes from 1 power to 8. So we got the ACOG, which is very compact, which is why it's an it's an advanced combat optic. But it's limited to 4 power versus the latest and greatest Leupold CQBSS 1-to-8, and it's obviously a much larger optic and a more versatile optic. Okay, this is the ACOG with the Larue 4X DOS ACOG mount, and it weighs 14 and 5/8 ounces. Okay, so this is the ACOG with the Larue 4X DOS mount, 14 and 5/8 ounces. We'll take that off, pop our Leupold off, and we'll put it on the scale. And it weighs 1 pound 14 3/4 ounces. So it looks like it's almost double the weight of the ACOG. So 1 pound 14 3/4 ounces versus 14 and 5/8. So I pretty much added a pound to my rifle by going to the Leupold. Ready to return to zero. It stops at 0, so you don't over-rotate it and go upside down on your adjustments. So, well, and that's obviously something that you would expect in a optic of this caliber and this cost. But it's nice to have and something to be aware of. Here, this will show you what I've done. I've moved the mount forward so it's flush with the front of the upper receiver, and I've moved the scope back in the mount so it sits more naturally, and the mounts aren't up against the mechanism. Scope's in about the same place. Doesn't interfere with operating the charging handle, and I can adjust my eye relief with the stock. Okay, so that's about right for the eye relief. I'll pull the scope off, check the level. That's just about right. Okay, so that shows level right now. Put this puppy back on. Make sure it's where we need it to be. And we'll proceed to level the scope and then tighten it up again. Okay. And just so you can see the this is a top view of the scope, so you can see it's about level. And now we'll start to tighten it up. Got the CQBSS 1-to-8 installed. I've pretty much adjusted as far forward in the ring as it'll go, and I've maintained the mount a little bit further back rather than at the very front of the upper receiver. But with the stock adjusted out 1 notch, it's perfect eye relief. I can access the Duke Defense RTS sights, and we'll get out to the range and See if it does everything that I want it to. It's on 8 power, and I've got a horse reticle in here for long distance shooting on 8, and then you can roll it down to 1, and it's actually a true 1 power optic. So neat thing about this optic is with the adjustments, they're locked until you press and you release it and it's locked again. Same with your elevation. Depress it, rotate it, release it, and it's locked. It's not going to go anywhere. Well, the illumination, it's on, off, then on. I'll show you what that looks like there. So you can you don't have to rotate it all the way around to the off position. You just rotate it 1 notch and it's off, 1 notch and it's on. So you figure out what the day is going to bring. So if that day, if it needs to be on 6, you adjust it, you turn it off, and you're right there. You're either going to be on 6 or 7, so it's going to be close. So that's kind of a neat feature, something I haven't run into with the aim points and the EOTechs. Well, actually, I guess the EOTech has an off switch, and it returns to your last setting. So anyway, well, next step is going to be to go to the range, get this weapon sight zeroed for our 69 grain ammo that we're shooting in the long range portions of the 3-gun matches.